This is Identity and Everything Else with JHR. Now, I was just thinking about this like 20 minutes ago. A lot of us, let me put it this way. What determines your value? Is it what you're able to build or the one who built you? Does your value as a human being come from what you're able to create or comes from who God created you to be? If everything you built right now goes away, do you still have value? Or your value just exited the door with everything you've built? This is a very, I want to say, a sensitive topic because so many of us are attached to the things we build, the things we create, the things we're known for, and we make that all that we are. And we forget that the most important thing about us human beings is the one who created us. Like, he gives us our value. Do you understand? It's not the things you create that gives you value. Yes, in the marketplace is good for exchanging, right? But like deep down, who you are is not necessarily because of what you've built. It's not necessarily because of what you're known for. That thing can go away like this. But the foundation of everything that you are is because of who God is. Like I'm gonna tell you a quick story, right? About a year ago, I'm gonna just make it quick. I thought, I thought that if I didn't exceed, I didn't succeed in this. I was trading. If I didn't succeed in trading, then I don't know what to do after that. Like I cannot have the right opportunities. I cannot speak boldly. I cannot do this if I don't have Jadel is successful at trading in my mind. You know what I'm saying? If I didn't have, if I was not a successful trader, if I was not a consistently profitable trader, I did not know how to function outside of that. Like me succeeding at trading became who I am. It became the very thing that gave me value. You see what I'm saying? And without that, I thought I was nobody. It's like if I can't say to myself, I'm succeeding at trading, I'm consistently profitable, then who am I? Like, I have no value, I have nothing to give. And so I become this person who's tethered to outcomes to give me definition. And being at a place like that, it's so unsafe. You're like in hustle mode 24/7 because you're trying to carry yourself, right? You're trying to gather as much as possible to define you. When none of those things, when none of those things can hold the weight of who you are. Like God said, let us make man in our own image and likeness. That is where our value comes from. Like who you are is because of who God is. Who you and I are is because of who God is. Just think about God. Just look around you. Look at the stars. Look at the trees. Look at the birds. Just nature, planets. Like that shows us the grandeur of God. And in Genesis, God tells us that we are made in his image. The very person who did all this, who did all of that, we're made in his image. So why should we be defining ourselves by how high we go or how low we go? Why should we define ourselves by how many people like us and how many people don't? When we're literally made after the one who created everything. Like think about it. I use this example. Imagine Pick your favorite celebrity. Imagine you walk into a room with your favorite celebrity. By the way, you don't know anybody in there, but the celebrity that you with, they know everybody in there. Do you realize that because that person is next to you, your demeanor changes? How you feel about yourself changes? Because there's somebody right next to you who has stature, who has fame, who people know and admire. So you feel like automatically that thing just it gets into you. And you start to feel as if like you're important, you're meant to be in that room and all that type of stuff. Think about it that way with God. Like, not only are you just somebody who's created, but you are created in the image of God. You have God's qualities in you. You have God's traits in you. Your value is not determined by how many people like you or don't. Your value is not determined by how your revenue or all those type of things. That's not your value. Those things are good, but that shouldn't be the foundation of who you are. It's important to always get your identity, your meaning from the one who created you, not what you produce down here on earth. Because all those things are gonna go. Like they're never the same, bro. They're always changing. Money's always changing, it's going up and down. Status is always changing, it's going up and down. But there's one thing that cannot change, and that is God Himself. And you are literally made in His image. Like, so many of us are just settling because we don't know who we are. We're settling because we don't know who we are. We think we're not enough. We think there is nothing that we have to offer the world because we've not tapped in with who created us to know what we're capable of. So when people tell us stuff, we listen to it. When people feed lies into our minds, we listen to it because we don't know who we are. We don't know who we are. If you know who you are, no matter where you go in life, no matter what you face, there is something that you stand on that keeps you going. In difficulty, it keeps you going. In success, it keeps you going. You never look to the good things or the bad things to define yourself. You look to God. You look to God. You look to God. You look to God. And He gives you definition. He gives you meaning. He gives you something firm to stand on. So you're not defined by all the moving things around you. And you're defined by God Himself. It's something to think about. It's really something to think about. And so we don't go around just, you know what I'm saying, trying to get opinions from people. Think, try to figure out what they think about us so we can have the permission to move forward. You're not defined by the things that go on around you. You're not defined by your successes or your losses. God defines you. God defines you. The moment you understand it, like, that this is really has nothing to do with you, and you just have to just trust and just live. There's so much weight that is taken off you. So much weight that is taken off you because you just let go of like I don't gotta please nobody. I don't gotta fit nobody's standard. I don't gotta be somebody for somebody. Like I get to be me, and God made me that way. You see what I'm saying? I don't shrink when I go in public. I don't try to make myself feel small because people are thinking something about me. Like I don't care what you think about me because I know what my Father thinks of me. That is the foundation that every believer and every human being should be walking on. And when we deviate from that foundation, we start to define ourselves. We start to define ourselves. We start to look to other people to define us. We start to look for other people to give us meaning when it was never meant to be that way. So think about this question. If everything you built disappears today, who are you? Do you still have meaning? Would you consider yourself that you're still valuable? Or everything you are just left with everything you created? Because the answer that you're supposed to have at the end of it is, I am my father's son. I am my father's daughter. And I was chosen by my father to establish his kingdom here on earth. That's it. Everything else becomes background noise. Everything else becomes background noise. I am my father's son. I am my father's daughter. And I've been chosen by my father to establish his kingdom here on earth. That's it, bro. Everything will pass away. Like at some point, everything is gonna go away, and there'll be nothing left. So, if you built everything on those things that pass away, what is left of you? Something you should think about. Am I building my life on something that can hold me eternally, or am I building my life on something temporary that can just go away like that? Don't think about what you can get from it. Think about who you're becoming. That's the most important thing. So I appreciate y'all for watching this live. I hope this live blessed you. I hope this live renewed your mind. And I want you to remember this. Do not live a life by default when Christ has given you the power to live one by design. My name is JHR, and this is I and everything else with JHR. Live life.